Good evening. I thought I would come on and do a bit of a follow-up with on yesterday's or this morning's video. Sorry, that I put out where we talked about the latest polling data from Main Street Research, showing that the BC Conservatives have managed to get the lead in the provincial election to be held on October 19th, and really, when you think about it, when you think about where we were a year ago, where the BC Conservative Party was a year ago, and the BC Liberal / BC United Party, we were looking at an NDP majority coming into the next election, and how far the tide has swung in the favor of the BC Conservatives. So I was checking this morning on 338 Canada on their polling data, and while their polling data is not showing exactly the same as Main Street, as 338, I believe their methodology is they put together kind of all the data from all the different sources and come up with kind of an average. I'm not sure if it's a mean or a median. I'm probably a mean, but so anyways, on 338 Canada this morning when I checked, and this was put out yesterday, probably late in the day because I hadn't seen it yesterday. They're calling it now a statistical tie in the seat count, 46 to 46. Neither party being called to win a majority yet. We need 47 to form a majority. And I guess the balance of power in this 46 to 46 scenario would fall to the Greens, who I believe are still being given 2 seats in British Columbia. I found it interesting that the floor, the bottom of the two parties, the NDP was projected with a bottom of 34 seats, and the BC Conservatives with a low of 35. And at the upper end, they're still calling the NDP with an upper limit of 59 seats, and the BC Conservatives with an upper limit of 56 seats. When you look at the popular vote, the popular vote has now swung into in favor of the Conservatives. They're now leading 46 to 44% in the province. You look a year back, and I haven't done that yet, but if you looked back a year, the BC Conservatives, I'm pretty sure would have been in third place with a pretty sizable lead for the BC NDP. So in a very short period of time, things have swung. And I think we're looking at, there's a real momentum change here. And while momentum may not win elections, what it does do is I think it gives a lot of the undecideds, the ones who are maybe considering supporting some of these so-called independents, previous BC United candidates who didn't want to pull themselves from the race and are running as independents. And I get where they're coming from. They were running under the banner of the BC United, and the decision was made at a higher level, above their pay grade to pull the party, and they're kind of sitting there with, they put all this effort and time into their campaign. They want to stick around, but I think you're going to see, the bulk of the United voters are going to, and probably already have, swung in favor of the BC Conservatives. So I think that's a really good sign. So we'll see how things go over the next 19 days up to election time. I think that we're going to see the momentum continue to shift in favor of the BC Conservatives and the BC NDP. Your time has come, I'm afraid. You've formed government in BC here now for a pretty significant period of time. You have presided over the largest housing increase, the price of housing, cost of living increase, doctor shortages. You watch the news and you hear about all these emergency rooms that are shutting down because of doctor shortage. Where do you think these doctors went? They were there, and now they're not. I think we all know what happened to these doctors, and we'll leave that there for now because that may be the topic of another video. But makes me think back to this. I used to spend some time on this website. It was kind of a satirical site called despair.com, where the guy who on this site, he made these, demotivational posters. So, in the industry I work in, you see some of these motivational type posters where you've got this, beautiful scenery, or, some team working exercise going on, and it, they're kind of, sickening, right? So I found this despair.com, and one of the ones that I thought was very comical was about government. And so it showed a picture of the White House, because they're not going to show the Parliament building, because for now the Americans are still the top dog in the world. So anyways, it shows a picture of the White House, and underneath it reads government. If you think the problems we created are bad, wait until you hear our solutions. And right now, that's where I put the BC NDP, along with Justin Trudeau and his Liberals. You've presided over this terrible time in our province and in our country, and now you're saying that you have the solution to the problems that you created. Well, I don't think so. So John Rustad and the BC Conservatives, it looks very much like they will be cruising to a majority victory on October 19th, and I encourage you all to exercise your right. I am not going to tell you who to vote for, because that is not, in my opinion, anybody's privilege to tell anybody who they should or shouldn't vote for. That's up to you. So make your decision and live with your decision. And we'll see you on October 20th when we talk about who comes out as the eventual winner. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.